turned away, some sad faces because they were just too busy. What would you do if you went and were told you couldn't get in? Get on Facebook or Twitter and send us your thoughts.
Couldn't even imagine that.
I know.
It's crazy.
It apparently happens, though. Good morning. It is Wednesday, December 29th. Thank you for joining us. I'm Amber Sullivan.
And I'm Kirk Youngke, joined by Brian McElhatton. Susan Casper is off. Rebecca actually went home sick today, so hopefully she's doing all right. Yeah. She's got her cup of soup or she's sleeping or something like that. But thank you guys. Yeah, and hopefully you're feeling well now at 9. We're glad that you could join us. We want to invite you to get involved in the show.
Absolutely. Plenty of ways to do that. Facebook now at 9, or you can email us now at abc15.com if you prefer to do it that way. Either way, just get us your comments. We love to read them.
Yeah, making the buzz this morning. You know, the happiest place on earth becoming one of the most crowded places on earth, apparently. For the second day in a row, get this, Disneyland has reached capacity. I didn't even realize they had like a maximum capacity. I mean, I guess at some point they have to. Guests had to be turned away yesterday and Monday and were directed over to California Adventure. The park says overcrowding is fairly typical the week after Christmas. So how would you feel if you went to Disneyland and you got turned away? And should Disneyland have a limit on the number of guests?
Well, the story just sucks. But, you know, they should have a limit on guests, because how many times have you been to Disneyland and it's just been too crowded to enjoy it?
I agree. Absolutely. You go in there and there are so many people walking around the streets and everything. You can't, the ride lines are long. You can't get into the shops. It's miserable.
And you pay, what, $80, $90 to get in. So to pay that amount of money and go there and have to, you know, rub elbows with everyone and not get on the rides you want to get on, I mean, you know, you're almost better off, I hate to say it, you're almost better off being told you need to come back another day.
But could you imagine, though, especially if you had made a trip out there, for example, with your family, and you try to take the kids to Disneyland, and they're saying it's closed? I mean, I agree with you guys, but man, this would be such a bad situation on the other side of this if you're the one being blocked out. And, you know, last time I went, I think, was maybe in April, and, you know, it was great. It wasn't that crowded at all. But even with them shutting the doors yesterday, it had to be busy. I heard 2-hour wait times and almost everything.
And at 2 hours after the park opened, they had already started turning people away. So by 10 o'clock in the morning, unless you were a really early riser and you got there early, by 10 o'clock, they were saying, sorry, we're too crowded, you can't come in.
That's nuts, isn't it?
The spokesperson says that a lot of it was because of the good weather and some good deals, which leads me to believe that the people who showed up were locals. So I'm hoping they didn't come from too far of a distance.
Yeah, hopefully not. But they've had so much rain there in the last week. There may have been people who had planned to go before, and they're finally being able to enjoy it.
Right. If you bought your tickets ahead of time, those you could still get in if you already had tickets.
There you go. That's the key. Plan ahead and buy them ahead of time.
Buy ahead. Let's read some comments. Jim writes, I've been there on days when it's sold out on the inside. Yes, there should be a limit. It's all about safety. This is the time of year when it does sell out. If you want in, get there early.
Valerie Douglas disagrees with us. She says, whatever, really, that place would be really no fun when it's, actually, she does agree with us. It would be no fun when it's full to the top.
Let's take a look at Amber's comment. We had Amber's comment up on the page there. Amber says, better safe than sorry. You want to enjoy it, not be squished in a crowd of people that you can't even move in, which is so true.
Right, and Kenneth Schlein says, safety first. It should not even be a question. Capacity limits are a fact of life. Put on your big girl panties and quit crying. Nice. Ooh, Kenny.
Nice.
I wonder how often this actually happens. I mean, we had obviously somebody on here saying that it would happen to them. I've never heard of this happening, but at the same time, you know, Disneyland isn't the biggest place in the world. I mean, it was built long before Disney was as huge as it is now.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what else our viewers are saying. Ellie brings up, this is Ellie Kimball, says, yes, in the U.S., all places have fire codes, and that's another big issue there, too.
And Luke says, if you get turned away, you should get a discount from the outrageous prices they charge now, or go to Magic Mountain.
I don't know.
There you go.
All right, there you go.
Let the debate